to show you how to make a perfect nail paint, a perfect way to do your nails. I was going to show you how to do it with your fingers, but as you can see, I already did. With the green, red, yellow, pink, and green. And then red, green, pink, yellow, red. But never mind. So I want to show you how to make one with your toes. So gather the supplies you need. So you're going to need a tissue, a nail filer to wash off your mistakes, and you should always have this. If you're doing your toenails, you want to be very careful if you can. So always use the soft side. And you should always do it for at least 10 seconds. So the reason why you should have that stuff is because if you make a mistake, you can fix it without this. Oh, sorry, but you always should have this. Okay, so you need to get out the colors you're going to use. So I'm going to use, first I'm going to have to get the nail color off my toes. It's going to take a sec, so hold on a sec. See, you should always be careful what you're doing with your nail polish, because you don't know what to do. So I'm going to show you a proper way to erase your nails. So you want to have like one little drop and get on the nail polish. Just really get into it. See? My nail polish is going away on my toe. So, like I said, you always want to be careful what you do, because you don't know when it might come back and bite you in the butt. And always erase it, so have it perfectly clean, and always do that the same nails, the ones that are colored. Unless you can't get them off with your nail filer, you can just color them, like I do sometimes. But you should usually get it off. You should usually get it off. But if you really can't, like I said, you can just go over it with your nail filer. It's no problem. So have it perfectly clear. And once you're done with that, you always see your supplies. Now you can pick your color without polish. I'm gonna use orange, light pink, light orange for my nails. And I can't tell what this color is. So these are the colors I'm using for my toenails. Big orange, pink, green, and whatever this color is. But you don't have to do the same as me. You should always just get crayons as they have the nails, your toenails in your hands. Never let anyone hold your back, not even your brother. So, grab the first color you're going to use, okay? And put the rest of the colors aside. Now, I'm making a video. So, grab the first color you're going to use and paint on your toenails. Always be careful when you're painting your nails, because you don't want to get on your skin. And if you don't have the thing that can help you remove your mistakes, I guess you're going to have to go with it until it comes off. So you should always be careful, because you might not have enough. Thank you. So you want to be very careful, like I said, And don't let mistakes or let anyone scare you to mess you up. Because if you don't have it, you might not get to redo it. Let's just keep going on. So you should always do this for about 10 seconds or 10 minutes. But do it how long you need to. But I have to add 10. Like, you need to do it for 20 seconds or 20 minutes. Anything you can make it look good with. Always be very careful with your nails because they're very fragile too. So if you're clipping your nails before you do this, be careful because my aunt did it before. My pinky was bleeding real bad. But always be careful because you never know when you might make a mistake. Like my mom, she just came in and tried to scare me when I was starting, but all I did was keep working on my nails. So I'm doing that because I don't know what it's called, but
Purple.
Oh, supposedly it's called violet. If you guys don't know what violet means, it means purple. So when you do one foot, you should always be careful on your next foot, like I did. So if you're doing this hand and you write this hand, be careful.
Are you going to put it on YouTube?
Yeah. I got the title for it too, so. Always be careful what you're doing. See, then it'll turn out perfect. But then you want to like keep it out of the way or blow on it when you're done so you don't mess up.
Sounds good.
I am sorry about that because my phone's being weird. Okay, and then I'm going to do my next one. You should always take your time, spend like 30 or 40 minutes doing it. But because you never know. Sometimes, if you're a pro, you might finish before that time. But you should always have someone to do your hands or nails, just in case. So you really want to be careful so you can actually see what you're doing. So always keep your light on when you're doing the nails. If you don't, you might get it wrong and you might mess up, but you might not. So just keep it moving until you feel like you're done or your arm done. Or you can take a little break, but always walk with your toes up so you don't ruin the nail polish. Because it's going to take you longer to finish it than it did when you were almost done. But like I was saying, always be careful because your mom, dad, brother, sister, or baby sister or baby brother might sneak up on you. Because you don't know, they can be tricky and sneaky. So I am almost done with my toes. So as you notice how I'm being very careful, you should always try to do that. Because you never want to paint your foot like that. That would just be weird.